YouTube. I'm trying to think of a cool name to call you all. I don't want to keep calling you guys because some of you all are girls. And so I'm trying to think of a cool name to call you all. You guys are going to be my family. You're going to come into my daily life and see what I get to do and see my ideas and see the way my brain works, which might be a little scary, but we'll see how it goes. Well, tonight we are making sausage gravy. Dustin ran to the store because we didn't have enough milk. So I'm just going to give you guys the recipe as I go along. Right now I'm frying the sausage up. I'm going to fry it up real good, put it into little tiny pieces, and then I'll let you guys know what I do next. But this is my sausage gravy recipe. Like 5 years ago, Dustin was like, oh, hey, I want sausage gravy. Let's get some sausage gravy. You know, how do you make it? So I Googled it, found this amazing recipe. I absolutely love this recipe, and I have never, ever, ever been able to find this recipe since. And I don't give it out much, but I have had my mom eat it and my grandparents eat it. Dustin absolutely loves it. My sister's had it. I don't think my dad's had it. I don't know, Dad, have you had it? But it's amazing nonetheless. So, guys, what goes into cooking the sausage gravy? All right, let's try to set you guys up. Oh, there we go. All right, you want to make sure that your sausage is in really small pieces. You don't want big clumps or anything. And it's just 1 pound of sausage for, I would say, 2 to 4 people. Depends how hungry you are, I guess. I like my sausage to be in extremely small pieces. That's why I'm hitting it with the spatula so much, because I think then you get a little bit more sausage in every bite rather than having big old pieces. Then every couple bites you only get a piece of sausage, and that's not fun. Oh, I don't know if I have biscuits. Let me look. I better call Dustin. We don't have any biscuits. I was in the middle of calling Dustin, and guess what I found? In my fridge, right back there, biscuits. Dustin always pops these open though because they scare the crap out of me, and I don't know, I just have like this fear that it's gonna explode into my face. Do you guys pop these open yourself, or do you have somebody else do them? I've never popped one open myself, nor will I ever. Terrifies the heck out of me. Guys, I'm just making sure that my sausage is in tiny little pieces. And Dustin also has this fear that all the meat is going to be like uncooked, so I really make sure that my sausage is always cooked. In fact, he'll come over here and double check it just to make sure that I've cooked it all. All right, so that's got just a little bit more to cook. So the 5 ingredients. Okay, you need the grease from the sausage. So you'll end up spooning the sausage out into a bowl, but you need the grease that's in there. So you need the grease from the sausage, but that's kind of one. You'll need butter, flour, and milk, and that's it. So let's get those. Here's my butter. So you'll need 3 3/4 tablespoons of this stick of butter. So 1, 2, 3. You can put this back in the fridge. Then you'll need 1/4 cup of flour. to get the perfect thickness and creaminess to it, I have found that you need an additional 1/2 of a cup. Which I guess, if I'm really looking at now, that's 1 additional tablespoon, because it has tablespoon written on there, which I never realized until I just went to tell you guys this. I always just, I don't know, stick it in halfway and make sure it's about halfway full, and that's what I use. So, I don't know, you'll need about an additional tablespoon in addition to your 1/4 cup you already have. Okay, let's check on the sausage. Alright guys, whoops. Got my sausage all browned. Now I gotta move it to a bowl so I can have the grease. I just take a spoon with holes in it. I leave the oven on. Let the grease drip out of it. See it dripping out? I don't need the spatula anymore. Get in here. All right. Now you will need a whisk. I recommend, if you have a non-stick skillet, that you get a plastic whisk. So you're going to take your butter, and with all the grease in your frying pan still on about medium, just put your butter in there and let it all melt. While that's melting, make sure you have 3 3/4 of a table, or 3 3/4 a cup of milk ready to go. Now you're going to take your flour and dump your flour in, and just mix the flour with the butter. It may kind of look like dough kind of formed, but then all you're going to do is just start, uh-oh, my milk's holding up my video. Start adding milk slowly. That's what it's going to start to look like. So we're going to add our milk slowly. Oh, you guys are sliding. We'll see if you stay up there. Whoops, my butter's stuck to it. Might be a little clumpy, but that's okay. It'll even out. Just make sure you whisk it really well in between adding a little bursts of milk. Probably takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to add all 3/4 a cup of milk, because I really do add it slowly and make sure everything is just mixing together really well so I don't have any clumps. I never have any clumps because I do this process as low as possible. Alright guys, I have all my milk added, and if you did yours correctly too and took your time and went nice and slow, you should have something like this. This is just complete milkiness, and that's okay because it will thicken up once we add the sausage back to it, and we will have to simmer this for about 15 minutes. I let it simmer the whole time that my biscuits are baking, and that seems to work out pretty good. And right now, I'm going to bump my heat up a little bit because I do like for this to come to a boil before I add the sausage. Huh?
Boil things in a pot. You simmer things in a skillet.
Whoops. Okay, so I want this to come to a simmer, aka boiling, because I think simmers when you put it all the way down on low, but it's not on low, it's on like, I don't know, a 6. So I want it to come to a simmer, aka boil, before I add my sausage back to it. Alright guys, look what's boiling. Give it a quick little stir, because you will kind of feel some stuff sticking on the bottom, and that's okay. I just kind of break it up a little bit. Put it back in there. Gonna grab my bowl of sausage. Now I'm gonna just dump it all in there. Don't need that anymore. Now you just want to mix this all together. Babe, are you going to come open up the biscuits?
Is it time?
Yeah. So I like to let this get back to a boil again before I put it on low heat to simmer it while while the biscuits are cooking. And now I'm gonna let it simmer. All right, put my timer, 15 minutes. Oh, sugar. Put my timer to 15 minutes. All right, and so while the timer is going, I'm just gonna let this simmer. I put it on low, maybe a teensy bit higher than that. Just right at low. And you can stir it like every, I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes if you want. But then, once the timer goes off, it's ready to eat. There's my timer. All right, guys, that's it. Dinner is served. If you guys followed my instructions all the way to the end, then hopefully your plates now look something like this and like that. And hopefully it turned out delicious. I'm sure it did. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.